Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace. I'm going to make this really, really quick, but a few people have been asking about using Card, the web design platform, Card, to build directories. I've been doing some reviews and some walkthroughs and tutorials on my own experience with Card thus far. I started using Card probably in earnest in late November 2020. It's currently the 3rd of January 2021. And I'm certainly no expert, but I've learned quite a bit about the platform. And one of the things that I've discovered is some of the various ways that you can extend Card into a full um, kind of directory style setup. So here's a little podcast thing that we're working on for our own community. You can see some curated tweets, some different podcasts that are all in this directory kind of format where they can, be searched and played with and all that sort of thing. Or there's not really a good search, but there's a good way of creating these anchor links to categories of seasons, right? Which is the same thing you can do on something like this, right? This is a card directory for profiles, and this is not mine. This is a template, but it's actually quite a simple solution for building directories or marketplaces or communities that are, it's not searchable, but they're filterable like this, right? So in this case, there are two rows of profiles. You can extend this in a fairly unlimited way, I believe, using Core. I can't really, in principle, see where you'd be limited to how many profiles could be listed per page, right? You just may end up with some design challenges, but if you stack these vertically, you could have, in principle, tens of rows of four listings per row, and you could have a filterable tab at the top. And this is really, really simple to launch. There's no plugins, no themes, or there are themes, but there's no plugins or other extensions that you need to build something like this in a no-code way, right? I really like this for the simplicity. I'm not a huge fan of having to rely on, various different potentially conflicting plugins and frameworks and themes and extensions where possible these days. For someone like myself who's not a designer, I'm a writer, a community builder, a marketer. I don't want to have to find myself using tools and tech that I have to outsource always, to somebody who's got to be responsible for building that portion of my platform, right? So I want things that are easy. And again, something like this, when we're doing email outreach, I know many of you watching this video will have seen the email outreach demonstration that I did that we're using for our Mindful Marketplace community. When you're offering something like this as a profile, if you click on any of these, you'll see it links to the, in this case, this person's website, right, which is actually quite nice. I peeked at this earlier, right? So these are all designers. Some of these designers are quite good, which is neither here nor there, by the way. It doesn't matter, but these are really pretty sites, right? Some of these folks are really, really talented designers, but you could have a complete MVP or minimal viable product directory set up like this in a day, right? And it could be affiliate products, it could be people, it could be a marketplace, it could be a local community, restaurants, dentists. There's no, other than our imaginations, there's no limit on what you could do with this. Here's another one that I don't love quite as much from a design standpoint, but it's the same basic idea. Rather than it's a vertical filter rather than a horizontal filter, so you have much more room here. You can just stack many different categories of product types, right? And again, all these are linking to the to the respective products that you find here, right? Actually, Milanote I use. It's a great. It's a it's a great organizational and design tool. But this is new to me. This is not a site that I'm familiar with. It's just another template for a directory running on Card. Again, you could actually make this much prettier using different fonts and changing the background color, etc., etc. But this could easily be a marketplace of recommended products that you are promoting using the Card platform. Again, Card is free. Some of these themes require a pro membership, which is super inexpensive. I think it's like $19 a year or something. I pay them a lot more simply because I have a ton of sites that we're building for clients on this platform. We have 2 accounts. I have a partner who's got 2 accounts, so I think in aggregate we have maybe 500 or 700 card sites available to us. But if you just need something really simple, I think it's literally like $9 or $19 a year, and you have access to something like this. Again, you'd have to buy this theme, but this is also very inexpensive, maybe $10 or so, and requires absolutely no coding or plugins or extension or configuration beyond very simple card skills. Okay, I know I'm saying some of this in a choppy and non-smooth way, but feel free to log into our community. And if you have questions, I've done a bunch of different videos now on Card that, as I'm learning it, because I'm certainly not a pro at it. But if you have questions, feel free to ask anything in the community, and I am happy to advise if I can. I'd also like to say that